Have you ever heard of a pitcher having a pitch
No,
count
no,
a spores count? Is there a spores
really?
count? We're counting spores as well, Dan? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I know. You know what, and that's you know what, Rich, and that's why. Listen, we can't root for any particular teams. I have some teams that I root for. I have some players that I root for, but that's why I'm rooting for CC Sabathia tonight for the Yankees. You know what it is? Listen, he is not the guy that he was 7-8 years ago. He single-handedly carried the Milwaukee Brewers to the postseason, right?
He did.
He won a Cy Young, but you know what he does? He takes the ball every 5 days. No complaining, no crying. If there's anybody that has a built-in excuse, he's had a bad knee, a bum back. You know he's had some elbow and shoulder issues. But you know what? I can tell you this. I don't know if the Yankees are going to win tonight. But I don't think there's a pitcher I'd rather have going into this game that I could trust to get through 5 or 6 innings like CC Sabathia.
No kidding.
And I know I'm not supposed to root for teams or guys, but I'm going to make it known I root for CC Sabathia. He's my kind of guy.
Okay. Now I'm part of that Yankee fandom, Dan, that's sitting here thinking when Joe Girardi said after they won Game 4, my guys picked me up, and I'm sitting there thinking, Girardi will not have been picked up by his guys until they move on in this series.
Amen.
Because they should already be there.
You and I must think the same way because you know what? Yes, because we were just in a meeting, the pre-show meeting for the 3 o'clock. I'm going to be on the 3 to 4:30 Eastern pregame to this Cub game
on MLB Network.
And all of our research guys are all Yankee fans, right? And they said the same thing that you said, and I thought. He will be forgiven if they win this Game 5 and move on.
Yeah.
If they lose this Game 5, a lot of Yankee fans right now in this building here at MLB Network, we should have won this series already. It should be over already, and I agree with you. I think he'll get a pick-me-up if they win tonight. All will be forgiven, and then they'll move on. I agree with you.
Well, but, researchers and then guys like me sitting here and having been around clubhouses, though, it's not. You've been in dugouts, and things move fast. Things are crazy.
They do.
I understand. What have you determined for real? What in the hell happened in that dugout that Friday night?
No,
Dan?
you know this is the only thing I can tell you that I know is if we've seen managers and what they do, they're always looking for their bench coach or that guy that's in contact upstairs with the guys that are on camera. And this is the problem, Rich, is there are a lot of different reviews and angles that are used. But the last one that was used in that game was the most clear one that showed that it hit off the knob of the bat. The problem is that was about 50 seconds in, and you have about 30 seconds to challenge. So I think what happened was Joe was kind of sitting there looking for help from somebody in the clubhouse or in their replay center that's saying, yeah, go ahead and challenge it. There wasn't an angle that was shown enough in time for them to see that it hit the bottom of the bat, and I think that that's ended up getting – he got left by the side of the curb because of that. And then he came up with he didn't want to disrupt the flow of the game, which, he makes 8 pitch trips out to get pitchers, and Gary Sanchez, every other pitch is running out, so I didn't buy any of that either. He simply got caught with his pants down, and he admitted to it. I'll give him this.
The next day?
He admitted to it the next day.
He did.
Should have challenged it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you liked some of that, get some more of that on the Rich Eisen Show app. Follow all the information you see right here on the Rich Eisen Show.